Hello there, I hope you're doing well. So it's been a while since I uploaded my last video on this YouTube channel. Alright, so now I'm playing against a 10-minute. Okay, I'm playing 10 minutes against Jean-Marc Gombert from France. Alright, let's just play some d4 and see how he is reacting to that. Knight f6. Alright, I will just go knight f3 and see g6. Alright. Hmm. I will just go g3. d6, all right, bishop g2, castles, castles. And here I will offer you a very nice line, which is actually not to play c4 and fall back into a classical King's Indian. My choice will actually be to, where is, it doesn't matter, will actually be to go knight c3. Just give me a small second. I really want to see who is my opponent. So it's an old account, so I don't care about whatever. 2250, alright, Poitiers. Alright, so we're not that far away. Let me see, who is this guy? No FIDE rating. Either it's not the real name, or I'm getting bluffed. Alright, c6. Let's just go a4. No b5. Simple as that. a5. Okay, now I can just go e4. I might be threatening e5, take a lot of space in the center. Um, the real question is, how will he fight back? Alright, this is already a strange move. I could eventually think about that. But let's just improve the position quietly. h3, eventually bishop e3, queen e2, rook d1. I don't see anything wrong in this position. He really wants to push, which is decent, I guess. Okay, first question. What if I go e5? e5 makes sense because I'm just disturbing the knight. Um, and after takes knight takes, I'm fighting against his envy of going b5. Basically, he wants to go b5. I could also play d5 right now with the idea that if he captures everything, then he has somewhat an issue on the e file and he can't push b5. This, if he pushes b5, I can still just take on c6 and my position is decent. b4, if I go knight d5, he can take there. Oh, no, he can, because there is no c7. Okay, so this b5 is a move, which is funny. And if I capture b4 and e5 in between, if he captures that way, I go knight b5. I think this is a strange, this is a funny move. And of course, if he takes this, bishop c3, again, I want to go bishop h6, and I will have this pawn on c6. It might be in very interesting position. Then he trades off the queens. He captures on e1. I take on f8. He moves back. I move back. Huh, this is very funny. What if e5 once again? He can also just go knight d7. Let's just go d5. It's logical. After takes, the e file will become pretty weak. Sure, I gave away the c5 square, which is something I thought about. Um, but I feel like my pieces are quite better placed than my opponent's pieces. Of course, I might be wrong. It's been quite some days since I played my last chess game. Um, yeah, the more I look at this position, the less I feel confident about d5. Yeah, it's the first game in a while, so I'm not. This is a strange move. I get the idea. He wants to take everything and go bishop f5, but I have knight d4. So let's just play rook e1. Yeah, let's just bait my opponents. Takes bishop f5 is nothing. Let's just recapture and have bishop f5, knight d4. Yeah, I saw that. I saw that, my friend, mon ami, the guy that I know. Yeah, and if he goes that way, I guess my position is pretty fine. I have bishop f4, I have this move. I might, I mean, I start feeling the pressure on, from this guy. Of course, I'm joking. There is no pressure. I don't know what this knight is doing over there. The question is, how will I improve this position right now? This is a decent move. I'm just more or less stopping this knight from moving. h6, bishop f4, or bishop e3. Maybe bishop e3 makes more sense. And I will just play slowly but surely. move like queen d2. But actually, if I start doing things like that, I won't be able this. Yeah, drunken mouse. This. He can just take everything on h6 and go knight c2. Um, it's quite a hell of a position. There is no queen d2. There might be some knight d5. Knight takes back. Takes on d4, knight d7. Might be decent. Okay, let's put it that way. I don't really see any good ways for black to handle this position. So let's just keep improving my position. Bishop e3. Um, we'll see how I'll deal with everything. Yeah, queen d2, bishop there. I realize that I can go for this plan since the knight on d4 is doing a great job defending on c2. And if I manage to go queen d2, bishop h6, straight everything, queen b6, I can still go rook d1, doesn't matter which one, to defend the knight on d4. So this position feels quite decent. But like I said, I don't see any good ways for black to handle this position either. I mean, I see very decent moves for myself, but not for black, which is already a proof and an element which tells me that I might be better in this position. And when I mean better, I mean definitely a lot better. E5 is a mistake. E5 is already wrong for a good reason. I can just take en passant. Um, and the two main issues are the pawn on d6 and or depending on how he recaptures the e file. All right, now this is a weakness. And I thought about going knight b5, and if he goes d5, I have bishop f4, and then I can just, plant my pieces over there. Now I have some other questions, because this is also pretty weak. Bishop g5 isn't doing anything, there is just e5. So let's just go knight there. There is a problem with this pawn. Knight e8 isn't saving the day. I'm just recapturing there. Oh, but in the end, once he captures everything, there is knight c2 once again. Yeah, it's a very strong game from my opponent. I don't know if he's lucky or not. Ooh, I also see this move right now. This. Yeah, I think it's lost right now. This move rook c8, and I didn't see the follow-up. But actually there's bishop c5, which is quite stronger. For a huge amount of reasons. The very first one, after rook e8, I have knight e6, and I'm winning the exchange and or the game. Maybe he can go rook there, but I'm not... Maybe it's playable. Alright, it's playable, but this is not great. Alright, this is playable and this is maybe decent. Ooh, no, this is not good. No. This is not good. There is good and there is not good. This is not good. Okay, first of all, I can just capture on f8. Bishop captures back. Alright, let's just take. Let's just go queen d2 afterwards. I'm just trying to improve my position as much as I possibly can. If he captures on b5, of course I would just recapture with the pawn. No, actually it's not good. I mean, it's a better position for me, but I don't see any concrete ways of marching forward. Eventually 94. No, sorry. 94 is maybe a lot better than queen d2. 94, queen b6 would have been a move anyway. Let's just make some small improvements. What about this? If bishop c5, d4 is never a threat. Always have this move. So let's just start with rook e2. If takes, I would just recapture that way. And I think I can also sacrifice a pawn back. No, I think this is already a pretty decent position to play. There is no d4, I can just capture. And if bishop c5, like I said, d4, knight e4, I'm attacking there. And if he trades off, he can't attack. Yeah, my mouse is drunken today. All right, if d4, let's put it that way, bishop c5, rook e1, d4, knight e4, takes, Yeah, takes. He won't be able, even if he goes for d4 right now. I can just go knight e4. Sure thing. Now, how do I make progresses here? This is a move. This is a move. I really feel like rook a1 is a decent move. And after d4, knight e4, knight d5, I have anything. I mean, I have everything. My position is pretty fine. I never. I mean, I'm trusting my position. Going out of this diagonal, I might be playing f4 in the future just to fix those pawns. Now it's kind of difficult to explain exactly what I have in mind. For a very funny reason, I'm winning. Maybe I blundered something though. Maybe I blundered something with d4. Yeah, maybe I blundered something d4 related. Yep, it's not simple actually. d4, knight nice mouse. d4, knight e4, takes. Not rook f2 because I just trade everything off, but bishop f2. He missed that. I guess he's better than me. Now what about knight d5? Pawn takes back, bishop d5, king there, bishop. I'm up in exchange, but I have a kind of hard position to deal with. Let's just play f4. Yeah, I mean, I have to stop playing faster. It's an online game, so who does really care, to be honest? If knight d4, I can also just trade everything off, go b3, and if queen b4, I can take on d5. If knight takes back, I can just capture. If takes this, okay, this is exactly what I thought. Now, am I miscalculating something? So takes, b3, queen b4, knight d5. If he captures my queen, I capture on f6 with check. And if he goes knight d5, I go bishop takes d5. If he captures on d2, I capture back bishop c3. In the end of everything. Ah, okay, but I guess I can just trade once. Uh, yeah, I mean, I don't have to do anything I just said. I can also just play knight b5. Oh, but not immediately. Of course. If this, not knight b5, I should have gone knight b5 first. Because after bishop takes everything, I have rook e6. And if I open up the position, my position is better. So, yeah, I realize that I need to warm up. From now on, I will always warm up before recording whatever I'm recording. Another question. What about knight b5 now? He takes everything, goes bishop c3, rook e6, you capture on d2, I capture on b6, you capture on e1. That's not nice. Let's just go knight d1. I might be able to go for a move one day. We'll see. Also, we will still see which move and when. Maybe something like that. Yeah, I'm feeling tired a little bit of this mouse. Somehow nothing is working. Oh yeah, and I opened the how's it called again? Tape the Coinbase window. Yeah, I don't know what he's aiming for, but I have an idea about what I can try to aim for. Okay, let's just go queen c3. Feels strange that I'm putting. Oh, I blundered bishop g1. I'm so dumb. And I thought that I'm attacking there, then I'm a genius. He will have to move, then I will go queen e5 or queen b2. It will be easier to play or whatever. All right, my opponent is definitely a world champion, a world-class player. If bishop c5, I will go c3 this time. No, I can't go c3 this time. Um, All right, let's just go this move. But it's actually good. It feels like I think he feels like he's lost. Yeah, funny. Funny, funny, funny. Yeah, but at some point in chess, you have to play some moves. Sometimes, you don't have to understand why you're playing those moves. You just have to play something. Do something and it's already enough. And now my opponent isn't doing anything, but I blundered quite badly. But okay, it doesn't matter because I taught you. Okay, now my technique in the middle game isn't the greatest ever, but this is not my job, all right? My job right now was to teach you something nice, and I taught you a very nice line with the white pieces. I don't like this move. Let's just go rook e5, bishop d6, rook d5, pawn takes, bishop d5, king g7, no, maybe c4. Let's just go c4. Captures, I will see what I will be doing then. Maybe I will just capture back. He will take there, but who cares? Maybe knight c3, knight b4. I can still capture, so nothing is happening there. It feels like I want to give back the exchange. Maybe it's wrong. I wouldn't be surprised if it was actually wrong. Let's just go rook e1. He captures on d5. I capture. No, let's just capture that way. Okay. Maybe, but maybe everything is wrong. But who knows? Normally, none of us have an engine right now going on, so none of us is actually capable of saying who's better. According to the engine, nobody knows who's better. Oh wait, I'm under the pawn. Oof, I'm not better. I am not better. Okay, queen d4. I have to play a lot faster. There will be quite less explanations now. Maybe I should have taken and go bishop there. Was also wrong. Okay. Now I'm threatening something there. I'm also threatening this pawn. And I might go knight e3. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? And I have a nose. Ba-da-ba-bum. Something like that. Please go 95. Show me that you're smart. Go 95. And blunder the game. I just wanted to, just try to teach you the opening. I never had, the feeling that I could teach you anything more than what I just played in the opening phase. Um, Feels like something will be happening over there. Okay, 93. I like this move. Okay, I'm getting closer. Something is happening there. I can tell something is happening. Bishop d7 or bishop somewhere. Something is, something is going on right now. Or maybe nothing is going on and I'm just lost. That's also possible. Bishop h3. Ooh, I don't like this move at all. If I capture there, he captures. And what if I go for this move? Because I can still capture the bishop with my king one day. Now it's a bullet game. All right. It was badly played. I maybe messed up my only small. Why are you taking so long? Okay, he lost on time, which is of course well deserved. I mean, you played against me, so you know you had to lose at some point. Yeah, it was a very strange middle game. Somehow I outplayed him at the beginning of the middle game, and then something went definitely wrong. It's very strange. Yeah, exactly. Hopefully you see everything. Yeah, you see everything. Yeah, he played a lot better. He was completely winning in the end. Yeah, d5 was, yeah, not good, but if b5, maybe now e5. I don't also understand what is wrong. I don't have anything under my mouse. Yeah. And now just a b e5. Funny. Takes e5. Takes 95. It was decent. The engine says it's sure. I mean, this is pretty simple. But knight knight somewhere. What does the engine think? Bishop g5, and my position is fine. Okay, first of all, after takes, I'm winning on e7. Yeah, and yeah, 95. Yeah, blundered. Okay, okay, I didn't realize that I can just take and go e5. And if he goes just b6, then I guess e5 once again. Yeah, so basically d5 was right, but e5 was definitely better. Let's take a look at what happened there. Yeah, here of course I was better. Here taking en passant was the key move. Here of course I'm winning. And if rook e8, let me just see something. This, and now knight b5. And I thought, yeah, maybe this in the worst case. The engine says I'm a monster, it's alright. I had the right idea, that's what matters. King h2 is wrong. I could imagine the king h2 was just a step in the wrong direction, but I still keep this position under control. Now rook e6. I didn't think about that. Yeah, actually, this is exactly what I'm looking for. Yeah, I didn't think about rook e6. Okay, I didn't think about rook e6, my bad. Alright. Alright, and since I didn't find this move from now on, and now here the tactic, bishop g1. But okay, technically maybe it's not clear, but I could tell it's clear for black. Queen d4 or something else. Is it right? Queen d4? Yeah. Yes, no. Maybe. Yeah. And here, of course, I'm winning once again. And here, giving back the exchange was, of course, a mistake. Impossible to understand. And here, of course, I'm just worst. Here, the position is not simple. And here I had a way of finding bishop e6. Crazy thing. So the goal is pretty simple. I'm threatening to capture, and if you take, I go knight takes. You have to go king f7 to defend. And here I do have some sort of a perpetual, which is very funny. Nothing serious. And if queen c7, you just hide and nothing happens. All right, so quite a funny game. If you have any more questions in the comment section about the opening, just let me know. Hopefully see you in the future. Take care.